nobody expected it to go this far. What began as a public clash over political influence in billion-dollar contracts took a dark, unexpected turn when Elon Musk, without warning, dragged Donald Trump into one of the most controversial scandals of the 21st century. On June 5th, amid escalating tensions between the two men, Musk posted a brief but chilling message on X, his own platform, suggesting that the president might be named in sealed documents related to Jeffrey Epstein. In a single post, the world's wealthiest man reignited a national nightmare, turning what had been a high-profile feud into a narrative of secrecy, power, and potential criminal proximity. Their conflict had been brewing for months, fueled by mutual resentment, political divergence, and strategic threats. Trump had recently intensified his public criticism of Musk, accusing him of profiting off taxpayer dollars while undermining American values. He threatened to revoke government contracts with SpaceX and Tesla, a move that could jeopardize billions in ongoing federal projects. Most expected Musk to respond with data, sarcasm, or maybe a legal challenge. But instead, he reached into the most radioactive vault of modern political rumor and dropped a live grenade. The mere mention of Epstein, whose criminal web has ensnared global elites and left behind a trail of unanswered questions, shifted the tone of their feud from hostile to potentially historic. Suddenly, this wasn't just about egos. It was about who might be hiding what, and whether Musk was hinting at truths the public wasn't supposed to know. The backlash was instant and overwhelming. Within hours, Musk's post had been shared over 10 million times, spawning conspiracy threads, mainstream headlines, and renewed calls to unseal Epstein's documents. Though no evidence has yet emerged connecting Trump to Epstein's crimes, the accusation, however vague, resurfaced past images and old headlines that media outlets had largely shelved. Legal scholars debated the implications of Musk's words. Was he making a reckless statement, or did he know something the public didn't? And if so, why reveal it now? The answer may lie in the dynamics of power itself. Musk, emboldened by his massive online following and the growing influence of his companies, seemed to be signaling that he's not just a businessman. He's a political disruptor unafraid to weaponize implication. In that moment, Musk didn't just clap back at a political enemy. He cracked open a national wound, hinting that the truth, if it ever came, would not be delivered through courts or journalism, but through calculated digital pressure. Whether bluff or revelation, his words carried enough weight to shake trust in institutions, spark fear among elites, and leave millions of Americans wondering, what's still hidden in the Epstein files, and who's afraid of the truth? Immediately, the digital firestorm ignited by Musk's accusation spiraled into a political crisis with no clear boundaries. Within hours of the now infamous tweet, conservative news outlets scrambled to downplay its significance while liberal commentators dissected every syllable for hidden meaning. Musk had not directly accused Trump of a crime, nor did he provide proof, but the insinuation alone cracked open a dangerous narrative. Was this an act of whistleblowing or defamation? In the absence of evidence, speculation took control. The comment section on X became an unfiltered battlefield, with Trump supporters calling Musk a traitor to America, while others demanded the immediate release of all sealed Epstein documents. The tweet was brief, but its implications were massive. Musk had tied the most controversial name in criminal elite circles, Epstein, to the most divisive political figure in modern American history, all in fewer than 20 words. Behind the scenes, the ripple effects were even more profound. At Tesla, internal meetings were reportedly held to discuss damage control as investor anxiety climbed. Shares dipped sharply that morning, with Wall Street analysts expressing concern over Musk's unpredictable communications behavior. Meanwhile, White House insiders confirmed that several Republican leaders privately contacted Trump, urging him to either publicly refute the claim or sue Musk for defamation. But Trump, often quick to react to criticism, said nothing. His silence, perhaps strategic, allowed the accusation to fester without challenge. Instead, his allies took to cable news and social media to denounce Musk as reckless, dangerous, and obsessed with conspiracy. For every attack, however, Musk's defenders returned fire, arguing that the real issue wasn't his tone, but the taboo nature of the topic itself. In political circles, the feud disrupted carefully laid campaign narratives. Trump's 2024 re-election efforts had been focused on the economy, immigration, and portraying himself as a victim of liberal persecution. Musk's tweet, however, changed the conversation. Democratic strategists seized the opportunity to highlight past controversies, reviving footage of Trump's former association with Epstein and referencing known photographs from decades prior. Musk, meanwhile, retweeted several of these posts, fueling the narrative further while refusing to clarify his original statement. His refusal to backpedal signaled one thing. This wasn't an impulsive jab. It was a line in the sand. And yet, the legal system remained eerily quiet. No formal lawsuits were filed, no subpoenas issued, no agency announced an investigation. But the silence only deepened public suspicion. Was Musk bluffing, or was he untouchable? That question hovered over cable news panels and dinner tables alike. A billionaire tech mogul accusing a president of hidden ties to one of history's most reviled sex traffickers would have once seemed unthinkable. But in today's America, fractured, chaotic, and fueled by algorithmic outrage, it was just another Tuesday. And the longer the silence dragged on, the more the public began to believe that behind Musk's vague warning, there might be a truth too dangerous to say out loud. Then, the moment came when silence shattered. On the evening of June 7th, during a televised rally in Des Moines, Iowa, Donald Trump finally responded, live, unfiltered, and visibly seething. Without naming Elon Musk directly, he referred to arrogant billionaires who think they're above the truth, calling them sick manipulators playing with fire. The crowd roared in support, but the underlying tone was unmistakable. Trump had been rattled. He didn't deny the claim. He didn't challenge the substance. He only attacked the messenger. Meanwhile, the media dissected every pause and phrase. Why hadn't he issued a categorical denial? Was he avoiding giving the story more oxygen, or was he unable to speak plainly because of legal risk? The lack of clarity only deepened the suspicion, and for many watching at home, this wasn't just political theater, it was an unmasking. As Trump pushed back, Musk escalated. Within an hour of Trump's remarks, Musk fired off another tweet, more direct this time. You wanted a fight? You got one. Check your emails from 2010. The post lit a new firestorm. Theories flooded the internet about what those emails could contain, whether Musk had access to privileged communications, or if he was bluffing yet again. On Reddit, amateur sleuths began combing through old WikiLeaks dumps and court records, searching for any shred of evidence. Meanwhile, cable news producers cleared their schedules, replacing war coverage and economic forecasts with wall-to-wall speculation. This isn't just a feud, it's a reckoning, one CNN anchor declared, and it felt that way. Two titans, one a president, the other a corporate emperor, were now engaged in a digital and reputational duel unlike any seen before. The stakes couldn't have been higher. Wall Street trembled. Tesla's stock rebounded slightly as Musk's followers praised his bravery, while Trump Media's Truth Social platform experienced a traffic surge, fueled by angry supporters who now viewed Musk as a traitor to the conservative cause. In Washington, the Biden administration was eerily silent, likely content to watch two ideological rivals destroy each other. But the legal world stirred. Sources inside the Southern District of New York confirmed they had received an influx of public tips referencing sealed Epstein files. Suddenly, dormant investigations into Epstein's network began trending again, resurrected by a billionaire's tweet war. Yet at the center of it all, the public remained divided. Some convinced Musk was exposing a decades-long cover-up, others certain he was manipulating outrage to serve his own ambitions. What had started as petty posturing had turned into a seismic event shaking the pillars of trust in media, justice, and politics. And no matter the outcome, one truth had already emerged. When unchecked power collides with unresolved secrets, the result isn't just chaos, it's a reckoning no one can fully control. And yet, nothing definitive emerged. No leaked documents, no whistleblowers, no subpoenas. At least none the public knew of. But the damage had been done, not just to reputations, but to the fabric of public trust. In the absence of truth, perception became reality. For some, Musk was now a hero, risking everything to call out hidden corruption. For others, he had played a dangerous game with fire, weaponizing innuendo to punish a political rival. And Trump? To his base, he remained untouchable, the victim of elite sabotage. But for millions more, the hesitation in his response, and the absence of a firm denial, planted a seed of doubt that would never fully be uprooted. In the end, what lingered wasn't just the memory of a feud, it was a profound discomfort with how power works in the digital age. A single tweet from a billionaire had shaken the credibility of a president and resurrected one of the darkest scandals in modern history. No court ruled, no journalist broke a story. It was a moment born entirely from influence, timing, and the reckless confidence that comes when two untouchable men decide to break the rules. The Epstein story, long buried beneath layers of legal protection and political fear, was back in the headlines. Not because of justice, but because of vengeance. And in that haunting silence where truth never fully arrived, America was left to wonder, was this a warning, or just the beginning of something even darker?